Hey, Pat the NES Punk. Have you been watching WWE? What do you guys think about SmackDown being better than Raw as of lately?
All right.
I haven't been paying attention.
I haven't talked about WWE in a couple months, I think, at this point.
Weeks.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yeah, we've been trying. I've been trying to get back into it.
Raw,
You have been.
I went to SmackDown Live a few weeks ago. It was fun.
Yeah.
Raw right now is in a weird state. But it really shows you needed that brand split. You really did. Because before, SmackDown was like a placeholder show you really need to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Even before a pay-per-view or event, whatever they call them now. You didn't need to watch SmackDown. Like, Raw took care of it. So they needed to do the split, the brand split, for two reasons. One, SmackDown didn't fucking matter anyway. And now SmackDown's live, which is a lot better. Too many good wrestlers coming up through NXT. And adding a full-fledged female division, and plus a Cruiserweight division. So all those reasons you had to do that. But it's a shame that the Cruiserweights are on the 3-hour Raw and not SmackDown. Because I think SmackDown, it would have been appreciated a lot more with Daniel Bryan there. Kind of a Cruiserweight in his own right. And he's one of the guys that commentating along with Mono Ranallo, who did the Cruiserweight Classic, and now but he's not talking about them on SmackDown. So it's just kind of weird. So right now the Cruiserweight division is sort of, I don't want to say it's failing, but it's directionless. You have the champion, what's his name, CJ Perkins, with his video game theme, which is fine, but the video game fucking talking is terrible. Like when he's talking to Brian Kendrick, who's awesome, by the way. I love that Brian Kendrick's back. The only reason to watch Cruiser Division. He's like, dude, you don't get the extra life for that, or you can't just hit the pause button. It is fucking awful, the dialogue being written for him. It's a fucking joke. I understand you have a cute little video game like intro and theme. Doesn't mean you gotta talk in video game
Lingo.
It's fucking awful. That said, the Chris Jericho Kevin Owens stuff is some of the best, funniest stuff. Like Jericho, this is like Jericho's I guess third life in WWE, you could say. He had a second life when he was like the corporate suited up champion like 6-7 years ago, and now it's him back as he has this fucking list of Jericho he got over, where he carries on a list now and says, you know what? Like, you just made the list when someone pisses off, and somehow Jericho gets it over, and it's fun. And Jericho's actually been better in the ring the past month or two.
Nice.
Getting his ring rust off. He's 45, remember. He's been wrestling for fucking like 24 years or so. So Raw's in a weird spot where I don't think they know where it's not going well. You still have the Roman Reigns Rusev feud has been going on for fucking ever, and Reigns still isn't that over. And Rusev's doing a good job as a heel. But SmackDown's fun. SmackDown has arguably the best wrestler in the world in AJ Styles, who has probably done the best you could have possibly done for within a year, carrying that brand on his back. He's the number one heel probably in the company, even probably more so than even Kevin Owens on Raw, and having 4 to 5 star matches with everyone put in his way, and just doing a bang up job as the top heel. The women division on SmackDown is a hell of a lot better than it is on Raw. Mm-hmm. Raw has Bayley on it, who she was supposedly really big in NXT. She's not doing anything on Raw.
That's a shame. She's really good.
She's been directionless. And then you just have Sasha and Charlotte being the only story on Raw. While on SmackDown, you have like 3 different stories in the women's division going on at one time that aren't all revolving around the belt. So it's actually, they're doing a good job with less time, with 2 hours. So it's actually just a tighter, better done show than a 3-hour show. That said, the biggest news was Goldberg returned, cut the promo, probably the best promo he probably ever cut, even in WCW. Full of emotion. I want to be back. Basically saying this is going to be my last match against Lesnar. And so people are like, holy shit, this is nice on Raw. And they followed up with one of the worst segments. I possibly saw that they wasted Brock's fucking appearance, bringing him back in his fucking home state and hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota, where he's going to be over no matter what. And Heyman trying to work the crowd to boo Brock Lesnar. It was just the most tone-deaf thing I've ever seen. They were saying Goldberg sucks on TV after came back to a thunderous applause the week before. They should have just not had Lesnar on that show. and just ignored it. If they're trying to make Lesnar the heel, just really bad. Like they ended it just abruptly, and Heyman just walks out with Lesnar, and everyone's like confused, like what the fuck did I just watch? Like what? I don't understand the point of it. You have to watch it. It was the most bizarre segment, especially with Paul Heyman, who usually knocks everything out of the park. It was just bad, just badly conceived and badly followed through. But that said, there's some good stuff going on because you have a lot of talented wrestlers. You have some people lost in the mix, like Sami Zayn, who's fighting Braun Strowman. And you have some weird shit, like you have Randy Orton still fighting Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt, they're trying to figure out how to get him wins and get him to be a viable threat, but it's almost like 2 years too late for that. Ziggler probably having a second resurgence, winning the IC belt against The Miz, which is probably one of the best stories of the year. And Miz Miz has been an MVP probably the last, I'd say, year and a half, and really not getting. Now he's actually finally getting the respect he deserves, being a classic heel, because that's been missing in WWE forever. So that's what's been going on. But yeah, Raw's been not well done, and SmackDown's been doing much better. You can almost tell that there's hopefully two different writing teams, and they are competing because it's showing in a much better product on SmackDown.